Oh, hello there. Hi. I'm on your website, jw.org. Find a meeting.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Is it possible to help? Somebody gave me some literature, and they said, look at the book Enjoy Life Forever on the website, which I've been doing for quite some time. Could somebody help with lesson 8? You can be Jehovah's friend, please.
Yeah. What in particular do you need help with?
I beg your pardon?
So how can we help?
Well, it's lesson 8.
Listen, mate.
You can be Jehovah's friend. I'll just read the introduction if I could. Sorry about the Percy the clock chiming in the kitchen. Jehovah wants you to know him better. Why? He hopes that the more you learn about his personality, his ways, and his purpose, the more you will want to be his friend. Can you really be God's friend? What can you do to become his friend? The Bible answers those questions and reveals why friendship with Jehovah is the most important relationship you can have. The book seems to imply that people today can be friends of Jehovah, which I can't accept.
Oh, I see. Okay. So can you see the scripture there in Psalms 25?
Yes, that's from the Old Testament. People became Jehovah's friend in the Old Testament under the Old Covenant. So people like Abraham, you see, they believed in God, they trusted God, but he couldn't have his sins forgiven because Christ hadn't died and resurrected. So people like that who are faithful to Jehovah God and trust in Jehovah God, they're called God's friends, like Abraham. But when the New Testament comes in, I mean, the way I see it, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but from Christ's resurrection onwards, everyone who comes to faith as a child of God or as a son of God. There are no friends of God in the new covenant. Your book seems to imply there's two classes of believer. The anointed, the 144,000, are the sons of God, the children of God. And then the great crowd, I think I read, are the friends of God. Well, is there any scriptural support for that? Because I don't think you'll find it in the new covenant, you see, sir. Could you help, please?
Yeah, so that I understand what you're saying. The Bible, though, reveals about the type of person God is, and in Psalms, where we see that He wants us to become His friends. You compare that with James 4:8, which says to draw close to God, and He will draw close to you.
Could we go slowly and just actually read the verses that you're referring to? I'll go to.
Yeah, of course. If you just glance down to the paragraph 1.
Yes, of course, I've read it, but it's not relevant, surely. James 4:7. Therefore submit to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Verse 8. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. With respect, this doesn't mention friendship with God. It's surely irrelevant. And the passage in Psalm 25 was written about 950 BC, about 1,000 years before Christ's resurrection. Yes, people did become friends of God at the time of the book of Psalms. But nobody becomes a friend of God today, unless, of course, you can show me from the Bible where people come to faith from the day of Pentecost onwards. Show me in the Bible where people come to faith, not as children of God or sons of God, but as friends of God, you see.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest with you. From my study of the Bible, I disagree. From getting to know God from reading the Bible, we can see that He wants us to draw close to Him and to get to know Him.
Yes, but
as a friend.
Can I just comment? Yes, I agree. He wants us to draw near to Him as sons of God, as children of God, not as friends of God. Now, there are thousands of religious groups. They're all saying different things. They can't all be right. So I think I'm within my rights to say, can you prove this belief to me from the Bible? Can you open your Bible and show me where from, Acts chapter 2 onwards, where people come to faith, but they're not children of God. They're only they're only friends of God. Because I'm happy to be corrected, you see, sir. But you have to show it to me from the Bible. It's no good assuring me, because I've spoken to Mormons and Seventh-day Adventists and Muslims who can assure me that their religion is right. But should I, immediately convert to Islam or the Mormon faith just because somebody assures me that their religion is right, or should I check it out?
Yeah,
like the Bereans.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I completely agree. You don't take my word for it, do you?
No.
or anyone's. We have to decide for ourselves. What's right. But I'll be honest. I wasn't expecting this call this evening, so I've got your number here.
Yeah.
Would you be happy for me to send you any information or contact you again?
I'm happy for you to phone me again.
Phone you again?
Yes, but I'm not terribly keen on receiving. In the past, I have received from Seventh-day Adventists long lists of texts, which I don't even read. I just delete unread. I prefer to talk to people.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could just, my name is Robert, sir. If I could just point out Romans 8, it seems to imply that people who come to faith in the Roman Church, they were all sons of God, also called children of God. No one came to faith as a friend of God. I don't think that's biblical. Romans 8:14 to 17, if I might please read it. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, these are sons of God. For you did not receive the spirit of bondage again to fear, but you received the spirit of adoption, by which we cry out, Abba, Father. The Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God and joint heirs with Christ, if indeed we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. So we're children of God when we come to faith. We're joint heirs with Christ. There's no second category of friend of God. Because I believe the Watchtower applies friend of God to the great crowd, you see. But Son of God is applied to the anointed. Even though when they're resurrected as non-human spirit creatures, which I find a little confusing that you'd call a non-human spirit creature a child of a son of God when they're not human.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, I must say, I'm really happy to hear that you're going through the brochure and that it's good to have questions.
Yes.
So the question really, the main question that you'd like answered is how can someone be a friend of God?
No.
You don't believe
so
far from what you've studied in the Bible that a person since the coming of Christ and his ransom sacrifice being paid, that they can be a friend of God.
No.
That they are sons of God.
No.
Sons of God.
No, that's not my position at all.
Okay, sorry.
Because the apostles are called friends of God. I think it's John 15. It's after Christ's death, burial, and resurrection when the new covenant is enforced. From then onwards, everyone who comes to faith under the new covenant is called a child of God or a son of God.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm wrong, all you need to do is show me one verse in the New Testament where it says, Fred came to faith. Fred trusted in Jehovah and he became a friend of God. Or Harry believed on Jesus and he became a friend of God. If you can do that, then you've proven that there are two categories of believer. The anointed are the children of God. And then you have a second category, the great crowd, who are the friends of God. I'll leave that with you. Thank you very much. When I did go to church, I don't go to church now, but when I did go to church, it was a Trinitarian church. I went to a Baptist and then a Pentecostal church. Would you be able to explain why you don't accept the Trinity, sir?
I could. Like I said, I wasn't expecting your call, Robert, at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll just spend some time with my family.
Okay.
So, can I make arrangement to call you back at some point? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you local?
Well, I don't want anyone to visit me, so I'm happy to speak on the phone.
Cool.
Or you could set up a Zoom room. I know how to log on to Zoom if you send me the log-on codes.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I guess I would really like to know, perhaps, if we were to speak again, what is your view on the Trinity? And why did Jehovah's Witnesses reject it? But I think the first thing would be, what is the Trinity? Because, it would be important that you can define it accurately. If you can't define it accurately, if you misdefine it, then anything you really say about something that you can't define accurately wouldn't really hold a lot of weight. I do say that with respect. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
No problem.
Well,
Okay,
thank you.
No problem. Take care, and I'll be in touch.
Any evening. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.